You might have been born first, but you are not as important as the rest of us anymore. So,
So you think like there's like a bunch of zebras up in space?
something more similar to that.
Yeah. They're at the,
Oh, baby.
our last. Oh wait. Okay, we got 2, but we are over time, so you guys can choose. The first one is: will we live on Mars? We can pursue that, or we can have the conversation. What is the best Disney movie?
I think we've done a lot on like.
I was gonna say.
I was about to say, we want to do Disney.
So
right?
many
Yeah, Disney.
aliens,
Okay.
Bigfoot,
Yeah.
the ocean.
I was feeling the
Let's
entertainment.
go Disney.
So jumping into that one, I think the best way to go about it is we'll each share what we believe is the best one, and we will take it from there. I will say to begin, a couple years ago we did a bracket, and so every staff member did their own Disney movie bracket, and I believe the consensus as a whole, combining everything, democracy if you want to call it that, the Lion King won. So I'm gonna put that out on the table.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But-
Lion King was like my top.
Is Lion King yours? What is your best Disney movie?
I was gonna say Nemo.
Okay, we'll come back. George.
Princess and the Frog.
I've never
I
saw that
haven't
one.
seen that one.
Okay.
I wish I always
Dude.
say to myself, I need to go watch that one, and I just never.
Somebody
did.
told me it was
So
evil,
upsetting.
so I never watched it.
It has some voodoo.
They were
It does have
oh my
voodoo,
gosh.
but it
it's
doesn't.
voodoo.
It doesn't encourage voodoo in the same way that you would expect.
Try this at home.
Specifically with the villain. The villain is practicing this. He's pursuing it. He's corrupting everyone
Witch
else's
doctor?
lives. Yeah, witch doctor. And he at the very end, the demons, the voodoo people, whatever you want to call them, basically drag him to hell. Really, is what it is. But they take him away, and it shows the corruption of what voodoo. To me, that's kind of how I took it. It's just how that evil sense can corrupt and destroy you. So, take it at will.
Okay, so we got Nemo,
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog.
Yep.
Got a little brief synopsis for you. Cherish.
I'm also a princess and a frogger, but it's just because of the diversity and like that made my heart the happiest girl ever. I was like, go girl, go girl, like woohoo! Like I know that my nieces can look at that and be like, oh yeah, I'm a princess too.
Plus the music.
And the music
the
was
music really
banger.
good?
Dude,
Oh,
Can
man,
we
I
put
gotta
a hint?
watch it.
It was good,
It was phenomenal.
but I'm a princess and a frogger.
Wow. Out of all the Disney movies, we have 2 votes for one, like the same movie. Impressive.
There's so many levels, but if I had to pick one, the only one, Moana.
Oh.
Just because of music.
Seriously?
Just because of music, though.
Oh, you guys are
It's 100%. It's 100% music. 100% music.
Says Neo.
100% music driven. That's the only reason. If I had to pick one, when I say I pick my
Yeah.
favorite, it's the only one I'm ever gonna watch again.
Okay.
So I want the music.
Yeah.
To be
You don't watch Disney movies several times?
Yeah, but I'm saying if I'm only
Like,
allowed.
like,
Only allowed
if you're
one.
only allowed
if,
to watch.
I'm gonna pick my favorite, right? And
Okay.
if
I
and so
think Moana's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's really good, but I wouldn't be like, this is the best Disney movie.
so I would agree that Lion. So here's what happened with Lion King. What's yours?
I would say, I
Lion
think Lion
King?
King.
Yeah,
ended up
honestly,
being-
Lion King
it
and
surprised
Nemo
me,
were, like,
but
right there.
It was
But Nemo technically wasn't a Disney film until recently.
Yeah.
the bracket.
Okay, so then Lion King.
I'm
The
just
Lion
saying.
allowed
King.
it to.
I just watched way too much Nemo as a kid, so.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Isn't Nemo Pixar?
Yeah. Traditionally Pixar, and
Yeah.
then Disney.
Disney bought it all.
Yep. So now it is
Same with like
considered-
Toy Story.
And they have a
Yeah.
phenomenal theme
Yeah.
park ride for Nemo. It is amazing. You get in this ride, you go around, and when you exit off the ride, you're inside an aquarium. And you
A
just get
legit
to...
aquarium.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
That does sound
amazing. That was like the best part of Epcot, in my opinion. It
Oh,
was
man.
so cool.
I don't know if I've been on that one. Toy Story Land inside Hollywood Studios is sweet. too.
Really?
Yeah, sweet. Slinky Dog roller coaster. I'll go on that roller coaster.
Back to the roller
I was
coaster.
going to say, though, since we all said cartoons, like what's
Oh,
What's a Disney
okay,
movie
you know
with
what?
like real people?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Because there's so
okay,
many different
Live action.
criterias.
We're talking about Disney Channel as well, not just one that's been
It
released.
can be
only-
anything with like real people that's not
live
a cartoon.
action, any live
Yeah.
action Disney.
Oh,
Live action.
I didn't even
Film.
put that in my.
Perfect
I just feel
Harmony.
like I have two different
Perfect
categories.
Harmony?
Kind
Perfect
Well, that's
Harmony.
what I would assume it's two different for sure.
It's-
You're getting
Yeah.
different feels.
of definitely.
Dude, okay,
Yeah,
listen,
I'm not
I'm
tracking
telling
that
you,
one.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
What'd you say?
Perfect Harmony. I have it on DVD.
I've never seen
I
that.
bought it off of Amazon a couple years ago, so every household in my extended family could have a copy of Perfect Harmony in their house. It's about a Southern boys' school, and they're all whites. It's like the 1920s or 30s, and like the whole point, like they sing, like there's like the boys' choir and stuff, and then there's like one, like the worker, like the old man who's like the groundskeeper. His son comes and's like working with him for part of a year because he like, I don't know, was too old to go to the school where they had, right? And it turns into like this story of like this white Southern kid and this black Southern kid who's got the most beautiful voice
Oh, wow.
and who should be,
Such a good movie.
dude, and like just every time it's like tears, like because there's like the bad kids, like the kids that are like nasty and like just tears. And that's a Disney Channel movie from the early 90s or something.
Yeah, I've never
And-
seen that.
Yeah, Perfect
seen it.
Harmony.
Is it Disney Plus?
It is the best Disney movie ever.
Wow.
That's good.
I had to look because I couldn't remember the name of it. I want to put two though, because one of them doesn't necessarily. It's not people in the sense of it being about people. So my first one is Iron Will, which Iron Will is about this Alaskan race.
Oh, man.
It's phenomenal. So
Can't
basically,
handle dog movies.
it's really good.
Too sad.
I'll cry right
It-
now.
Yeah, they're not allowed in my house either. I mean, I watch them.
Yeah.
I don't care. This is not about humans.
Have you seen?
I care more
or
about
Iron
humans.
Will?
But Kelsey
I have not
won't
seen
watch them either.
Iron Will.
Kelsey won't watch them.
Can we talk about Eight Below?
Hey, I was
Can
just
we
about
talk
to say
about what a
it.
trash
Eight
movie
Below.
that?
Yeah,
Let's just
okay,
take
thank
our
you.
hearts and
Yeah.
fry them.
I loved
Yeah.
that movie though. Like I cried, but I loved that movie.
I saw it one time, couldn't even really actually
I had
watch
it on DVD.
And then I just picture the dogs still attached. I just picture the dogs. they are like attached to the thing and they just get snowed on. Oh, I just got to think about it and I'm done.
Oh my word.
It's really tragic,
I'm
It's
not
really
good
bad.
with doggies.
but it's a good story though.
Also, never play Marley and Me until the end. You get out of there as soon as
Marley
he
and
starts
Me.
getting sick.
I love Marley and Me.
I've never seen it.
That's so good.
I also-
The other one I was
Anyways.
going to say is Homeward Bound.
That's really good.
Never seen
That
Yep.
one's
Homeward
great.
Bound, solid.
Yep. The second one was
Rock Life
decent,
is a
but the
hard
first one specifically is
Yeah.
really just it's fun. But it's not.
Who are
It's,
the voices? Oh, it's Sally Fields.
yep. Chase.
Chase is Marty McFly.
Yep.
Is
Money McFly.
yeah.
I don't
from Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah, yes.
And
Oh,
then
what's
I
his
don't-
name? I don't remember who.
Oh.
I don't
what was
know.
Sally,
Names.
Chase, and the older dog?
I can't remember what the Oli. Oh no, Sally was Sally. I can't
Sally
remember
was
the
the
cat's
cat.
name. I can't remember the cat's actual name though.
Wasn't it
Sally
not
Fields
Sally?
is the actress.
Was it not Sally?
No, her shit. That's the actress's
What
name.
was the cat?
Or the voice lady.
Anyways,
Voice lady.
yeah, voice lady. Sally
Michael
the
J.
cat.
Fox. Michael J.
Yeah,
Fox,
mhm.
Sally Fields, and I can't remember who played the older dog
Yeah.
though.
But it's
So dog movies.
yeah,
both of 'em.
pretty much. Like if I was only allowed to watch one film from Disney, I would take Iron Will technically because we were talking about people,
Yeah.
and it's a historical story, so it's a very interesting story, and it's very just Americana
yeah.
because he is someone that wasn't supposed to win the race. Like he's fighting against Russians, people from Europe, basically. But everyone
The
that's grown up in a cold area in Europe, that's who he's fighting against. and he wins the race and basically brings America back again. Just because at the time I think it's during World War I want to say, or something like that. I think it's World War I, and they're trying to get bonds, and he helps inspire people to start buying bonds through that as well. So it's a very interesting film in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I'd ever heard of it.
What do you got, Trinity?
I was gonna say, 8 Below was one of them. Before you even said it, yeah, for real. I like that one. And then Remember the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a really good one.
Is that Denzel Washington and I can't remember the other guy's name, but
Bill
yeah,
Paxton?
no,
Is that right?
no, it's not Bill Paxton.
I can't remember.
But yeah, no, Remember the Titans is that's a solid pick right there,
Yeah.
Sunshine.
dude.
Favorite character.
Dude, Sunshine.
Cherish, what you got?
So I didn't watch a lot of Disney Channel, so I'm gonna do a show, and it's gonna
We're
be
off.
So Raven.
You're
We're
gonna
off.
do a show.
That's so Raven.
Yes.
Oh, that's so
who-
Raven.
Ooh,
Yeah, I loved her. I was like, yeah, that's me all the way.
that's
Was
fair.
Wasn't that show about like she had
She was like a
psychic?
Yeah, like that. Whatever this is, yeah.
Wasn't it like she was a psychic? Like she could predict what was gonna happen, or yeah.
That was my. Well, we have the same middle name, so I said, "Oh, we're sisters."
Yeah.
So then,
What's the middle name?
Simone.
Simone.
But hers is spelled differently,
Simone.
so we're not that. Yeah.
I
That's really cool.
will make 2 observations, okay?
Okay.
Because we haven't brought up Frozen.
And
And
two.
Frozen 2, not a
trash.
fan.
Trash.
No,
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 trash.
no.
I love
Well,
Frozen, dude.
So we haven't brought
sorry.
up Frozen, and so I'm going to give Frozen some props, but also confirm
Frozen 1 was.
Are we still going right now? Huh? Okay. To make sure.
The Lion King. So in my mind, you put your money, you put your time and your effort into the things that are going to give you the most return, right?
Wait, I'm lost.
So,
So are we talking cartoon Frozen and cartoon Lion
no,
King?
just
or?
any and
So
no,
Frozen
yeah,
was-
cartoon both. Cartoon
Okay,
both.
okay.
Disney World has only got 2 full-blown shows based on movies. That's Frozen and Lion King.
Yeah.
And so they've been running their Lion King show, like live show, where they have all the puppets and everything, and they have all the gymnastics dancers and stuff. It's sweet. It's an Animal Kingdom. They haven't been running it. They haven't restarted that until next month. I think they're restarting it.
Okay.
Through COVID. But
Yeah.
Frozen, they did not shut down because of COVID. That was one show. They shut down Indiana Jones. They shut down a bunch of the stuff, but they didn't shut down the Frozen show. It's a Frozen sing-along in the middle of Hollywood Studios. And you know what? I cry every time. And every time we go to Hollywood Studios, I'm just sitting there crying. Elsa makes the snow come down all over you. It's everyone in the crowd. Everyone in the crowd is singing their hearts out. And so I'm
gosh.
saying, I think that if we're going to just say which 2 are the best, which does Disney believe they make the most money off of and think are their best producers, it's Lion King and Frozen, because they
Yeah.
keep putting money into it.
Those were
Yeah.
their
every
2
day.
highest grossing movies.
So-
Yeah. I just can't stand Frozen.
Oh yeah.
I like the first
can't.
one, okay. I don't like it as much as other stuff,
Yeah.
but I didn't
So
hate
good.
it. I mean, in part, yeah, because it was like, then Frozen was everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all anybody wanted to play with or talk about, or I was just kind of like, I didn't get the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm not even really a huge fan of Lion King. I respect it.
Yeah.
And
have
I
to.
really want
You
to
have
see it. I want to see the Broadway play of Lion King because it just how they set up their costumes and everything
Right.
looks amazing.
I thought they were real lions.
Real life people,
Wait, what?
Your face.
real life people playing animals makes me so uncomfortable.
It is weird.
That
Me
movie
too.
It is a
Cats
little weird.
with Taylor Swift, like
I haven't seen it.
Literally left
I haven't
the theater,
seen it,
like
but, like-
halfway.
Oh.
Actually, at the beginning, I left. I said, "This is
Cats.
awful
Weird.
music."
Let's put on
That should
skin
never-
tight thing,
It was
like
awful.
Yeah.
costumes, wear some fur, and pretend we're.
That was
How did that
human
even
cats.
the worst movie of the
popular?
year,
It was
right?
So
What?
Was
Sounds
it?
like it.
It had like terrible,
Well, it was
terrible
a huge
reviews.
Broadway show, like huge for
Right.
a while.
But
Yeah.
I don't
the
understand
movie
Broadway.
just
I don't
didn't
think.
fly.
I think that's the
Well,
problem.
my thing is like it's almost the same deal. How did that even become a thing to where people are like,
Broadway people are different
Cats.
than like putting it in a movie. It's just a different.
Yeah.
You have to like love Broadway. I feel like.
Well, I'd like to tie the 2 in Lin-Manuel Miranda now. And that's one reason I love
Hamilton.
Moana so much. Specifically the You're Welcome song. I mean, that every line is his.
You're welcome.
And so a handful of their music from
I
that
didn't
movie.
know that.
Yeah, that's his. If you get on Apple Music, he sang it.
No
and
takes
it's,
back
it's on the album.
Everything's from Apple Music.
But, so you can find it where he sings the song, not The Rock, right? It's sweet.
Apple Music can have my money now.
Right? Yeah.
already did for
But
me.
so also he wrote a lot of the music for the new Mary Poppins Returns. And so, which was not a lot of people
Man,
really
I am a
enjoyed it.
downer.
I didn't like it.
I
But
did not like it.
I didn't
I
like it.
loved
It
his.
was-
I
it was
loved
like
him
3
rapping.
hours long.
Yeah.
And
Him
I just,
rapping
I like the first
and
one.
playing the Lamplighter was amazing.
You cannot get rid of Dick Van Dyke and
you can't redo
That's why
that.
he came back. That's why they brought his old.
Yeah,
but they didn't bring back
Julia Andrews.
Julian Andrews.
Right.
Julie Andrews, not Julia. Yeah.
Julia
Yeah.
Andrews.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like, and
Yeah.
it's just, there's something about the old one, maybe because I just grew up with it as a kid. And
That's
now
my
that
dad's
makes
favorite
me
movie.
old.
He
I don't
says
know.
that's his favorite movie.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Mary
it's just so
Poppins.
good. And what they did with the new one is they basically did the same exact thing.
She returned. She
Yeah.
needed to come back and help.
Oh, come
She
on.
She had to come
Yeah.
back and help him as he grew up. The youngest son.
I was cringing the whole time.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can't even watch this.
Never
like,
seen
why?
Mary Poppins.
Nope.
Ooh.
I mean,
Never seen the first one. Never seen the second one. I know all
Big
about it
oof.
because I mean,
It was
you
the
know,
first movie to
anything that anybody ever
combine
talks about.
like
Yeah,
the
the
live
cartoon
action
and live
and the
action.
cartoon.
yeah.
really?
So
Yeah.
in this new one,
It's really cool.
Is she's the same age? Is it
Yeah.
a different Mary Poppins?
Well, she never ages. She's like a.
Yeah.
She's a.
Good witch.
She's a
Yeah.
witch. Yeah, she's a witch.
She's a witch?
Well, that's never. It's not said.
It's
And
not
you
ever
were so
said.
upset about Princess and the Frog and the voodoo.
I
No.
just never.
You
seen
need
it.
to see it.
I'll have to watch
You
it.
need to see it.
I'll have to watch
But
it.
it's never
had
said that
Disney
she's a
Plus,
witch.
so-
That's
No,
never brought up.
no.
She's just a
She has magical powers.
yeah.
I guess.
She's like a magical fairy.
So
that-
she shows up
As a
when
nanny.
you're in need. Like when a family's in need, here she comes floating out of the air with her umbrella, right? And
There's something
what's
to do
the
with chimneys,
Emily
too,
Blunt?
right?
Is that who played her?
Yes.
Julie. Wait,
Emily Blunt.
the new one.
The new one.
new
I
one.
think it's Emily Blunt, right? And so Dick Van Dyke was a chimney sweep, and he knew Mary Poppins in the first one. And so,
Mary Poppins.
yeah, and so he helped tell a lot of the stories
John.
as they're kind of with the kids,
Yeah.
and jumping into the other world, into
The other
into
world?
the pictures.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you like jump into pictures.
Yeah.
Definitely
You
some
jump
witchcraft.
into and
I
it's
can't
just
get into
interesting.
pictures any other
In
way.
the new one, Lin-Manuel Miranda is a lamplighter. So where he's kind of the dirty street
But-
worker.
He's
Yeah.
not Bert
He's
though.
No, he's not Bert.
He's-
He's a I can't remember his
I don't know.
name.
Bat.
But
Bad.
in the
Like
end,
it.
Dick Van
just a
Dyke's
bad
character
dude.
had taken over the bank because he was
Yeah.
They
Well,
bring
the
it
great
back.
thing-
they tied. Yeah,
The two stories together.
Well, the great thing is the old banker in the original one is Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
So Dick Van Dyke plays Bert in the
Right.
old one and the banker and is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
But then they brought him back to play the banker.
The bank, yeah.
And I love that. But you can't replace Bert.
Right,
I was gonna
right,
say,
right.
like him being in the movie was the only good
Well,
part.
that's why. But
Yeah.
that's why I was glad they didn't make Lin-Manuel Miranda a chimney sweep.
They kind of did.
No, they were lamplighters going around town.
lamplighter,
They were
he had the same vibe.
All
What
the
the heck is
same
a
exact vibe.
lamplighter?
So it's
They
like
just
we
wanted
have
him to look the same,
we have
but not be the
lights
same
on our
thing.
road because we have
Yeah.
electricity. Lamplighters, their job was to go around and light
Is this in
the.
the second Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
So they still did
Which one
it
are
back
we
in the
on?
day.
Oh
They
yeah,
still
yeah. This
placed
is
it
this
back
is
in-
20 years later or something. It's the same kids are the parents now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love when shows do that.
Yeah, and so Mary Poppins comes back to help the kids out with their
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. That's what I was weirded out by too.
But Lin-Manuel
She's
Miranda
really-
crushed that
she
too.
just really wants to be a part of that family.
Yeah,
If you
It
just
should
gave
very
up for
much
witchcraft,
is.
she could
Very
have.
she
much
is.
is.
Yeah,
Very much.
lyrical
Do
genius.
Mary Poppins and the chimney sweep fall in love?
I wish.
Yeah, well,
I
there's
ship
that
it.
kind of.
She doesn't need anybody.
She doesn't. Well,
No.
she doesn't. She's not a. She's not like a person
There's
to
not like
have
a
a
love
relationship
story
with.
in
I
Mary
would.
No.
I would
Poppins.
say that there is because
There's a
her and
friendship.
Bert
They're
do
close.
have a
Connection.
Kind of, yeah, there is a connection
For
that's
sure.
not spoken. Like
Right.
there's something about it that you're like, because the very end when she's flying away, you see this like look in his eyes, just like I love that lady. Like
Yeah.
there's something about it that
My
just,
respects for that lady
Yeah.
right there.
my
Well,
respect
the-
for you, Gov. Way to go, Mary Poppins. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so.
See, to me, that is the actual lines of the movie because I don't
It might be. Yeah, it is.
know any
So,
different.
but it's like any of the stories. We're only seeing 2 hours of it. Like
The
for all
story.
we know,
Yeah.
her like Mary Poppins and Bert interact all the time. over the course of years and years and
when
years.
she shows up, he does know her.
He knows her, right?
Is this like a universal thing where like the chimney sweeps and lamplighters,
Yeah.
like all of them are like, hey, I know her. Like,
They know
they all
everybody,
hang
dude.
out at the same restaurant.
They're on your roofs. They're on your
Fridays.
streets. They're walking around throughout everywhere, right? Like, they know everyone.
yeah.
What's the equivalent now, though?
To
Because
Mary
we don't have
Poppins and chimney
lamplighters.
sweeps?
Garbage, man.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't know your garbage. Like, oh, so like, I mean,
All I'm imagining is them.
I know
stepping
my
side
garbage
with
man. I know my garbage man. And then I even know like the other people who work for the garbage company. I'll see him at the gym. Like they'll be coming and get the gyms. And it's just like, yo, and he lives down the street from me, you know, or like,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's garbage men. They're around everywhere, or delivery people, like your
Yeah,
FedEx
posters.
or your UPS people.
Yeah.
Those are, I think, the equivalent nowadays. They're at everybody's houses.
But if we're talking about getting
They're on
the
your
dirt,
porch.
like that grime look and everything, it's going to be.
I was going to say
trash
that too.
man.
It's gonna
Like,
be trash.
they're normally like maybe
So it
kind of
has
sweaty
nothing-
but clean, you know?
So it has nothing to do with the fact. Well, I guess that makes sense. Because you light a fire, you light a lamp. So my initial reaction would be like electrician.
Keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
I do see where you're going with that.
But they don't. The electrician doesn't come to your house like every day. You're not like, oh, well, hey,
The
we're best
lamplighter's
friends
up and down.
with the
The
electrician.
lamplighter has his section of street every morning
Yeah.
to put them out, and every evening to light them. Mm-hmm. So he's there every day.
When you see your mailman in the grocery store, would you say hello?
Yes.
I don't know who it
No,
is.
I'd
It's
remind
actually
her
male-
to close
it's a male
my
woman.
stinking mailbox.
She leave
Stop
it
putting
open?
Yeah,
that
constantly.
We knew our one mail lady like really well. She was the sweetest thing ever, and she passed away from cancer.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Did you?
it was so sad. It was so sad.
Are we gonna have two people cry? Are we gonna have two people cry in the same?
I think
my
in the
gosh.
moment, like, okay.
Oh. I have a really big heart for animals.
She was
So
a human.
That's where that came from.
Oh,
Mail
I was
lady.
like,
I thought we were gonna have a second person cry. You know, in the same.
No, it was really sad though. But ever since then, you can't get close to your mail lady or mailman. 'cause
Right, you don't know
You,
what
you
will
don't
happen.
cross that line anymore.
One day,
the same.
you never know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say hi to me.
We actually,
great.
yeah, I don't know.
It's great when they know your name because they look at your mail, obviously. But then
They
you're
do.
stuck in
They know it.
that position of, you know my name, you know me, yet I have no idea who you are.
That's one of the funniest interactions I think. I like when people run into that and they're called out. I love that story. Love it. Kelsey talks about this a lot with the gym,
Yeah.
where they're coming to deliver, but they start using her name, and it's the same delivery guy
Yeah.
for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And she's just like, don't know what to do. It's been 3 years now.
Hey, what's your name?
She doesn't know
by
what
the
to
way?
do.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love that story. I love it.
Hey, bud.
I
Just
feel
so
really bad for
awkward.
you, but I enjoy your toil.
Yeah. And knowing just Kelsey as
Wow.
a person, that's just so uncomfortable
Yeah.
for her. And there's no way out because she's not going to ask.
Yeah. I love
You
it.
could figure out the name.
Yeah, not happening.
My question.
Not
you,
as funny.
you know
to
the
me.
name, actually. You just keeping it a secret.
Oh,
My
No, I
question-
know her trash man's name. I don't know.
Does Mary Pop, if she was real, is it the same job at this point?
The
necessarily?
nanny?
Yeah, because I know there's
I think
nannies.
they're
I'm not
still
saying there's
relevant.
not, but like,
Why don't you just hire a real nanny?
I don't have kids.
No, I'm.
Their family needed her.
and she was free.
They
Okay.
and
Nannies
so
are expensive.
that's kind of the point of Mary Poppins is that some people can get by with a nanny. And then what the family needs is Mary Poppins.
You're about to come across the table.
Oh.
So this is
It's kind of like Miss Doubtfire. You
In
know what
the
I mean? There's a
world-
bunch of ladies that applied,
in the
but Miss
world
Doubtfire got it.
For a reason.
For a reason.
of Mary Poppin nannies. Are they like storks? Like, are they? Is there
Delivered.
multiple Mary Poppin?
It's
type
just a
figures
persona,
that go
but
to
you only see one at a
specific
time.
families?
You only see one at a
Much
time.
Like.
Turns out Julie Andrews was just one of many.
Yeah, they're all
Mary Poppins. They come down in the persona of Mary Poppins. Turns out maybe Julie Andrews trained Emily Blunt up in their Mary Poppins world.
Yeah.
I could accept that.
That's acceptable.
I could accept that.
Let's accept
Man.
it.
My mind's been blown.
But then, how did she end up running for her life from aliens trying to be quiet?
That's true.
I don't think that's Mary Poppins. Like, why wouldn't she do a little, take something out of the bag and blow it up? You know?
I will share this about the quiet place, and then we will close it out.
It's actually a quiet place. Not the.
Okay, so we were playing a game.
One of many.
We were playing a game with the Anderson Creek students and the Cliffdale students, where basically it was the floor is lava on a playground, but the tagger person had to wear a blindfold, so everybody could hide. They just had to be really quiet, and the tagger person would like go and find them. So we go through all of the directions, and then there's a kid that has his hand up just the whole time, and he gets called last, and he goes, "So basically, we're just playing a quiet place." And the answer was, I guess, yes. Yes, we were. But yeah, great discussions today, guys. We definitely went overtime, so I apologize that you.
That's okay.
You did this to yourselves, honestly.
I know. Whoever watches and listens, because they're the ones that have to deal with
I
it.
was just
I'm
thinking,
okay
like,
with
who's
this.
gonna watch this?
I had a good time.
I have
I had a great time.
I have to edit it, so this will be.
Yeah. We apologize to you.
No.
Hello, future Mackenzie.
All right. Thank you, guys. We're done. I feel like we're gonna end this, and you guys are.
Do I
just
need to
gonna keep
hold this up
talking.
any further?